Thank you so much for joining me, Lee. I refer to you as the charity man, Lee. You do so much community work for so many different charities. What spurred you to do that? And I'd just love to know a bit about what your role is really within the community.
So in 2007, I organised a fancy dress day for the British Red Cross. Raised £240. But I just saw the fun it brought to work, and obviously the people, the customers, and the community coming together to make a difference, and it brought smiles and sort of progress from there slowly. I didn't set out to be a fundraiser, and now I'm hooked on it.
So how much have you raised in total over the years?
Yeah, just over £500,000 now.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got a target now. I want to raise £1 million before my 60th birthday, so 15 years time.
Absolutely incredible, the work that you do. So is it all the same kind of charity that you work with, or is it
no different charities? I mean, there's no such thing as a bad charity. So I've raised money for about 70 different charities. I just love a challenge, doing a fundraiser. I love getting the community behind it, and with Just Giving, with the comments I read, the support is incredible. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without the community.
Is there anything in particular that has stood out for you as one of your greatest challenges?
Yeah, well, hardest is Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
In 2023, I've done that. I underestimated it. I wasn't expecting it to be so hard, and the breathing. It was crazy. The training beforehand, 6 months of training, walking up and down Leon C steps for 4 hours at a time.
They're not good at the best of times.
No, it ruined me. It done me in, and I was in the end on the summit night at Killy. If anyone's done it, it's brutal. The summit night, and I set off at 9 o'clock at night, and you normally get to the top about 7 in the morning. I didn't get to the top till 11 in the morning, so I was on the mountain like for 15, 14 hours, just summit night. Breathing. I had to let my group go. I had to go on my own because I couldn't do it. I just could not walk. I was struggling, but the money raised kept me going. Do you know what I mean?
And what charity was that for?
Against breast cancer. So yeah, I do my challenges abroad for Against Breast Cancer because in 2013, a friend of mine from work died of breast cancer. So yeah, my challenges abroad always for breast cancer.
That's lovely.
And I hate mountains. I hate them.
So I'm assuming now you've said that you're going to be climbing another mountain at some point, knowing you.
I've done 10 mountains. And
there we go.
I signed up for a challenge next year. I'm going out to Kenya to walk across the savannah and stuff like that. Wow. But there's a mountain I didn't know. I didn't read the itinerary. Okay. And that's 3,000 metres up. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm devastated. I should have looked. I wouldn't have signed up for it if I knew the mountain was there. I'm done.
And is that also for Against Breast Cancer?
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you know how much money you've raised just for that one charity?
I don't know, 35, 40,000.
It's incredible.
I'm not too sure, roughly.
It must be lovely with all the charities that you work with. I'm assuming you've got some kind of relationship with them where they tell you like what the money's gone towards and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Against Breast Cancer are quite a small charity actually, and they do reach out to me regularly saying, do I need help and support my fundraising?
Oh, that's lovely.
And I always say no because the way I see it is that's more equipment they're going to have to buy. I just, go out and fundraise. I've signed up. I've got my next 2 challenges booked up. So like I said, I'm going to Kenya next year. And then in 2028, I'm taking on the Great Wall of China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to that. But then I didn't realise there's a lot of steps on that one. So I'm training on Leon C steps again. Yeah, so my friend Sammy the Shrimp, he's running in the Epsom Mascot Derby race in August.
Right.
And also Sammy the Shrimp, my friend, he's signed up for London Marathon next year.
Has he?
And he's going to wear his giant football boots as well. So he's doing the marathon next year.
Have you ever done the marathon?
I've done 2 Londons and 1 Brighton. Walked them, didn't run. Yeah. I did run a little bit, but I didn't train. I just turned up and winged it and thought, what have I done? Why have I done this? And I got there and I was crying everything. Yeah. And I don't know why I signed up for a second time because the second time was the worst time because you know everything that was coming. The first time was brilliant. But the second time, around this corner is going to be here, and it just weren't the same. But I do it because it's out of my comfort zone. And if you're asking people to part with their money, you've got to do a challenge. I went out to the Sahara Desert in February. That was good, but the sand dunes were massive.
Right.
And you take 1 step up and you're 4 steps down.
Oh, really?
They're huge, but a great experience. Yeah. Really hot.
Yeah.
And I said to our guide on the first day, I said, how do you keep our water cold? We don't. Because you're in the desert. There's no way we can keep it cold, so we're drinking hot water. Just like my coffee now.
Oh, blimey, that sounds... To be honest, a lot of these sound like an absolute nightmare, but that's half of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Putting yourself out there and...
well, if you're doing something that's easy, you know what I mean?
There's no point, is there?
No. And like my sponsored silence I do every year for 3 months at work.
I don't know how you do that at work.
It's the worst one I hate. I really do hate it. It's so hard being quiet at work, especially when your colleagues are having a joke or customers are cracking a joke and you can't join in.
No, of course.
And then I locked myself in a cage for 24 hours with no food or drink. I enjoyed that one. That was quite relaxing. And now every year in the winter, I sleep out for to raise awareness on homelessness and stuff like that.
That's outside Tesco's. You normally do that, isn't it?
For 24 hours, I do that. I got in a boxing ring. I hate fighting. I hate violence. It scares the hell out of me. But I signed up and done 0 to hero and had a fight. I lost, but I was scared in sparring. I was worried when we had to spar because I didn't, you don't want to hurt someone. And it's just not me. But I've done it because it's out of my comfort zone. So I've done quiz nights, bingos, race nights, got a charity football team. Loads of different stuff.
Is that a regular charity football team that you have?
Yeah, we were playing once a month. I've died it down quite a lot because it started to have its turn. But we played recently last month actually against the Mayor's team at Roots Hall. That was a nice event, and hopefully we get to play them again next year.
Amazing.
So it's just great,
Yeah, it's so lovely to hear that there is just so much that you do and put yourself out of your comfort zone. It's not just for one charity either, which is so lovely. It must be really rewarding, but you must be exhausted.
I am exhausted. It does. Beginning of the year is like organising and stuff, and it's all the other stuff I have going on. Obviously,
it's a full-time job as well as your full-time job, really, isn't it?
But it's like I'm just so used to it now, and I've got that target in my head, and I want to get there as soon as possible. Then I say to people I'll retire from fundraising, but it just won't happen. I know it won't, but I just want to get to that round figure.
Of course.
I should have got in my head, my first target to raise, I was happy to raise £100,000.
Yeah. When
I hit that, I felt a bit deflated. I was like, no, I can do more.
Now what?
So now I've had that £1 million, and I shouldn't have had that £1 million pop in my head because I can't get it out.
No.
So I've set a deadline, 60th birthday, and I think for that last year, whatever I'm at, hopefully I'll get the community right involved to help me raise that last bit in that last year. That's what I'm hoping
100%. And I mean, I'm hoping obviously there'll be people that listen to this interview and sort of want to get behind and support your fundraising. Naturally, there will be charities that mean things to different people as well. So how can people support you if they want to?
I mean, look, you can search me on Facebook, Lee Fundraiser Clark, or you can literally type in on Just Giving Lee Clark, and you might know who I am, and if you do, you'll see my pictures. I've got about 5 Just Giving pages going at the moment where I'm fundraising, obviously for Trust Links against breast cancer, the Children's Trust. So the Epsom Derby mascot is for the Children's Trust. So I've got loads of different fundraisers going, and just you put it out there and start collecting early and build it up. But I love it. It's great fun helping and giving back, but it does take over my life.
You've got children though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got children. I've got 2 little dogs as well, and they keep me going. But
do your children support you with all this?
Yeah. I mean, they're a bit embarrassed by me, but they deep down they're proud.
I can see the embarrassment of when you dressed up as Santa or the Grinch or whatever it was.
Yeah,
so I remember that. I remember being in a shop actually when you were dressed up.
I love being the Grinch. And this where we're sitting now, everyone. We're sitting in Hayley's tea rooms, right? And at Christmas, they made this into the Grinch Grotto as a fundraiser, and it looks so good in here. So where we're sitting now, we're sitting in the Grinch Grotto. His chair was over in that rocking chair there. It was all green and everything in here. But the Grinch is my favourite one. Max, fetch my clock. I hate, double hate, loathe entirely Christmas. Grinch, go away, please. Here's Santa. Hello, everyone. I know you're being good today. Don't make too much noise on the ward. People are trying to sleep. Go away, Santa. So
it's June.
I know. So I love bringing the Grinch and Santa to life. Grinch is the best part. Get to be naughty. And with the ADHD, there's no line. Once the Grinch is in, the ADHD comes out even more. And there's no filter, no stopping me. So I have to be careful because I do get carried away.
Yeah. Do you find the ADHD almost helps you in a funny kind of way?
If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be able to.
It's a bit of a superpower, isn't it, when it comes to events like what you do?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm undiagnosed, but on next Tuesday, I've got my assessment. So all my life, I'm 45. I've finally decided to go and get some help with my ADHD because I can't sleep at night because my brain's at 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
So I've done the right to choose pathway. Yep. If you're unsure on that, guys, please reach out to me and I'll give you advice how to go about it. And I've got my assessment for ADHD next Tuesday. And when I saw a specialist, they said I've got autism, which I never knew about the autism.
No, they normally go hand in hand, don't they?
That's what they've said. But I knew the ADHD. But if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So it is a blessing. It's a superpower.
I think that's the thing. There are people that use it in some people look down on it, some people use it as a bit of a superpower, but I think you're one of those people that is such an inspiration to anyone who has it or thinks they may have it, because of the amazing work that you do and continue to do and have done. And it's just such a superpower for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think. I am grateful for that.
Yeah.
And obviously, Smile.
Yes, we need to talk about Smile. So tell me, what is Smile, what happens, and how can people get involved?
Yeah, so a few years ago, I raised some money for Carl Lansley's charity, Carly Lansley's.
Yes.
He set up
amazing charity.
2 years ago. I was really in a dark place. I'm up and down like a roller coaster, and I was really struggling really badly, and I just always blocked it away. I never got help. The last 5 years have been better, but I really needed to get help now. So I attended Andy Mann's club. I attended Run Free. Went to saw my doctor, laid it all on the table. I've had counselling, therapy, and I'll just be open now and honest and speak about everything now. And it's all out there now. I'm not ashamed of myself anymore. I used to be embarrassed and ashamed and locked myself away when I was struggling. But I wanted to do something with Carl, and I said, Carl, I want to team up with you and do something. Not a fundraiser, I just want to do something. When my wife left me, she left her dogs. Obviously, I didn't want the dogs. I love them to pieces now. And they got me out of the house because I had to take them for walks. And I really started enjoying the walking. It was like nice being out in the middle of nowhere, just walking, listening to my music or listening to the wind, the rain, whatever the conditions were. And I really started enjoying the walks. So I reached out to Carl. Carl's obviously struggles with his mental health through bereavement. And we just started speaking, and we said, let's do something together. And we decided to form a walking group in October, and we said, even if it's just me and you, Carl, meet once a month, go for a walk on a Sunday, we'll make it happen. The first walk we done was October, and in 2024, and we had 15 people come along. We was like, wow, this is amazing. And then we started organising a walk every month. And then our pier walk in January of 2025, I remember walking to the pier and we saw a massive crowd of people. There was 66 people there in total. And my anxiety was all over the place. I felt sick and everything. And we couldn't believe it, me and Carl. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And so we changed, it was Walk and Talk for Mental Health, something along that we called it. We changed it to Smile, which means support, motivation, inspiration, love and empathy. And it's we do 2 walks a month now. It's for anyone that's suffering mental health or loneliness, want to make new friends, or just want to get out and be in exercise or be in a good crowd of people. And we do 2 a month now. We organise a group meal once a month. And we attend 1 charity quiz a month as well to support the local community. And just on Sunday last, we organised our first sports day and picnic at the park. And we had loads of families come along.
Where do these walks normally happen?
All over Southend. It's all on. You search on Facebook, Smile, with the abbreviation of support, motivation, inspiration, love and empathy. You'll see it. We have all under events, all our walks that are planned. We do 2 walks a month. And everyone and anyone is welcome. Your dogs are welcome along. You're welcome to bring your children. People come for different reasons. And if you're a bit anxious and worried, me and Carl will always meet you beforehand, before you meet the group, and we introduce you. And like I say, you come once, you'll keep coming back, because the group are amazing. And they save me every single time. It's the best thing I've ever done. I'm proud of Smile and what it's done and what it continues to do.
And it is so proven that talking can improve mental health, and obviously being outside as well. So actually to give people that sort of peer-to-peer connection when they might not have that in their lives, actually it's lovely to be able to provide that, and to sort of give that opportunity for people, just to, because if they want to talk, they talk. If they don't,
exactly.
I can imagine it's the kind of environment where no one judges if you just want to walk in silence.
No. And do you know, the amount of the group now open up to everybody, and it's so good knowing you're not alone. It's so good knowing you're not the only one. Actually, it's normal to not be okay. It's normal to have these worrying thoughts, and it's quite simple. You can talk about what you want to do. So you're going uptown, I'm going to go shopping later. You can talk about why you're here. You can talk about whatever you want. Me and Carl are not experts. We suffer with mental health ourselves. And it's that relatable, being relatable. Me growing up, I used to hate people in suits. They look too professional. I'm not interested in what they've got to say. How do they know about my life? Whereas if someone is like me, like dressed, I don't know, just you don't need that appearance.
It's that more. It's being relatable and having that personal connection with people, isn't it?
And that's why I think why Smile is doing well with the numbers that we get. When we the first year, we was average between 30 and 60. This year, we're average between 50 and 100.
Wow.
So, and it's just
growing. Is that on each walk?
Yeah. It's just growing every year. And it's great because I've made friends. You hear the stories where people have invited people from Smile over for Christmas rather than being on their own. So many different stories. And our group members, I won't name any, but they share they share their stories and what they've been through, and it's just like incredible, and it's amazing, and I'm just so glad that they come to Smile, because like I said, in 2024 I was in a real bad way, and Smile does save me, because it gives you that focus to aim for. And out of everything I've done in my life, Smile was my favourite thing, and I'm so proud to co-found it with Cole.
You can see it in your face, the pride of how you're feeling towards it.
And do you know what? We get to support local independent businesses as well by doing our group meals. You know, we go midweek for the businesses, because the hospitality section's struggling, and it gives the Smilers a nice thing to do midweek break. You know, a community, a safe community. We call it the Smiler community, and I'll tell you, it's great. It's absolutely great.
I feel like actually this is going to be so valuable for people listening, not only in the hospital but out of the hospital as well, because I meet so many people going around the wards where I might be the only visitor that they have. And I know from my point of view, if I can just put a smile on their face by playing them a song, but that's only temporary. So to know that there's something for when they come out of hospital that they could get involved with and have that community.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is really beneficial, definitely, to get out there to people. And I really hope actually that people aren't afraid to come along, because obviously you're lovely, the groups sound very lovely. It's not judgy, anything like that. It's just come along and just be yourself.
Is that, and you know, the one thing our group do say, actually, because we always do an introduction at every walk. Me and Cole do a little speak. We always welcome the newbies. The hardest thing, including me, and I set up the group with Cole, it's that first step, going to that first walk on your own. It's daunting, it's scary. Do you know what? But you come along, you make that step. And we had some people that's taken them 4 or 5 months to come to our group. Do you know what I mean? They keep seeing our posts on Facebook and stuff like that. That first step, once you do it, you won't turn back. And we are such a welcoming group. We don't have cliquies. We all spread out. We encourage everyone to move up and down the queue, like where people are walking along, to get to know everyone. And you don't have to talk if you don't want to. You can just listen, enjoy the views, enjoy the sights. Obviously, not everyone's on the internet as well, so a lot of people miss out. So we've now got a logo design, so we're just currently having a website made up. Because when we're on our walks, we get people ask us what we're about and that. So we're going to have QRs on our T-shirts, so people can scan the QR codes. And we are going to start putting posters up in local businesses, because we want to reach as many people as we can. And anyone who's listening here, if you have got, we are on Facebook under Smile, or you can search me, Lee Fundraiser Clark, or Cole Lansley, and just reach out to us.
Of course.
Between 0 and 100, I think our youngest we had was, I think he's 2, I think. So that's our youngest, and you know, we
have quite a range of people then.
Yeah, and people can bring your dogs along. You know, I bring my dogs, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, they're knackered by the end of our walks, and our walks are roughly about 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes some are longer, and we do put that on our post. But it's honestly, you come once, you'll love it.
And if there's people that can't necessarily walk for that amount of time, I mean,
they can turn back
just to come for a little bit.
Yeah. And some people do that. You know what I mean? They turn back. Like for instance, with the pier, we meet up at Southend East car park, and we've got a meeting point at the pier. So there's 2 meeting points. If people want a longer walk, they'll meet us at Southend East car park at 10 to walk down to the pier. And if they want a short walk, they'll meet us at the pier entrance to walk up the pier and down. But yeah, you ain't got to stay around. You can turn back and go back if you want. But most of our walks between 3 miles, I say, roughly, but they can vary, sometimes a bit longer, but we do warn people now.
I think it's just such a lovely way for people to meet people, get involved in the community, improve mental health, keep fit. It just kills so many birds with many stones, as you say. But it's really, really lovely initiative, and I think it's something that is needed in a lot of communities, and it's so 100%. Good to get it out there. Absolutely.
Well, it was a couple of months ago, me and Cole were on the way to the walking point, the cherry tree. It was pouring down with rain, and I phoned Cole and I went, "It's just going to be me and you, Cole." 42 people turned up, and it poured down the whole time. We all got soaked, covered in mud, but 42 people turned up. It is needed. It's a great group. And once, like I said, come and join it. Even if you're not brave enough to come on the walk yet, follow our page on Facebook and see what we get up to.
Are you on any other social media, or is it just Facebook?
Oh, man, I can't complicate things. I can only do Facebook. But yeah, no, we are going to have a website very soon, though. Fine. And so then people can just search us on that. But at the moment, it's just Facebook, Smile. Yeah, it's a great group.
Amazing. So just before we wrap this up, is there anything that you wanted to get out there that you're doing coming up soon that you haven't spoken about, or anything?
Yeah, I run a litter picking group over at Bourne's Green Park. A resident reached out to me last year and said, Lee, the park's only got 2 bins. And I was like, it's disgraceful. And they've got no lids, and there's rubbish all blown over everywhere. So I asked if I could go and meet them. So I went down to the park to meet them, and there was families all litter picking, and I was just blown away by it. I was like, wow, what a community this is. So we then started the litter picking group. So now the residents around that and volunteers once a month. We meet up at Bourne's Green Park and we do a litter pick for an hour and we keep it spotless. So that's a great thing that we'd started, and that's because of residents. And it just empowered me, seeing how amazing they are, giving up their time. And I created that now, and I reached out to Suez and they gave us litter picks, sacks and rings and everything. So it's a really good group. So thank you to everyone who comes there. Everyone's welcome on that. It's called the Bourne's Green Litter Picking Group. We have on Facebook for that as well. We do like a monthly litter pick. My fundraising, everyone to support me in any of my fundraising, even to share. Awareness is just as important as well. It's not just about money. Not everyone's got money nowadays. It's quite hard. We're in a tough climate, isn't we? So a share can go a long way. If you share one of my posts on your Facebook, you never know, someone might sit and donate that way. And also you're spreading awareness about the charity. All I say to everybody is it's not me, it's you guys that are the amazing ones, because you're parting with your hard-earned money and I'm doing wacky challenges, and I'm just grateful for all the support and love out there, and thank you for everything you do for me, and hopefully I hit my £1 million target. If someone's got a spare £500,000, if you want to donate that, then I can just wrap it all up. The fundraiser will be over then.
I can't even afford a garden shed, otherwise I would.
I know. That's how it's struggling, isn't it? So I do an initiative in the community now, once or twice a month. I'll set up my little table and chair on a random street, and I'll post details what time I'm going to be there, and people can come and see me. They can come see me for a chat, to vent, or they just might want some company, or they want some help, signposting, or some support. And that's what it's there for. I call it Clark in the community. So that went really well, the first one I've done. So I just literally give up my time. Just want to make a little difference to the community, because after all, we have got amazing people in this place.
We really do. But I feel like to have someone that encapsulates that so perfectly is lovely. So thank you for everything that you do, because you help a lot of people, and I'm really hoping that even if it's just one or two people that listen to this can actually feel empowered to either do these kind of things themselves, to join one of your groups, to support you, or even just be able to talk about the work that you do, because this is just so integral to the community that we all live in. It helps a lot of people.
Yes, speaking up inspires others. It really does. And that's why I speak up about my life now, whereas before I wouldn't. I was too embarrassed. But I've got nothing to be. I'm 45 years old. You know what I mean? I've got nothing to be embarrassed about. You know, so I'm speaking more. I want to say hello to everyone.
Oh, you can say hello to everyone.
Yeah, so hello to Southend Hospital?
It is Southend Hospital.
Hello, Southend Hospital. Just to let you know, we are in the Gran Canaria while we do this interview.
Oh, we wish.
All expenses spared, so couldn't turn this down, could I? So
look, I bought you a cappuccino, all right?
No,
can't afford Gran Canaria.
Whatever you're in the hospital for, I wish you all a very speedy recovery. I love Southend Hospital. When I was in there, I had my appendix out, and do you know what? That was the only time I've rested, because I was in bed and I loved it.
Because you were forced to be.
Yeah, and they brought my food to me.
It's like being in a 5-star hotel in hospital, isn't it?
I loved it, and I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to wash up, I just laid in bed. And they had those old TVs you bring round on the thing, you know, it cost you about 50 quid a day. I know you can use your phones now in hospital, which is great, but I wish you all a speedy recovery, and if you do see me out and about, please come and say hello.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me the time.
Anyone that wants to support you has obviously got all the details.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
See you later, everyone.